right. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in and joining me. My name's Nathan Goheen. If you got any questions or comments, just drop them into the chat and I'll hopefully see them. I'm here every Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, but I was not here last week. I was at a, what was it? It was a little, maybe a lecture, I don't know, on meditating. So that ran over time. I didn't get a chance to do a video. I hope no one was too broken up about it. But I'm back. So I wanted to share with you all a quote that I've been thinking about this week. And it's by the one and only Bob Dylan. And he said, "I hurried for a long time. I'm sorry I did. All the time you're hurrying, you're not really as aware as you should be. You're trying to make things happen instead of just letting it happen." I like this quote for a lot of reasons. Maybe because I'm getting older. It's tough to teach a kid to slow down. I think everybody kind of has some things in life that they've just got to experience for themselves, and that's what it is. But the sooner I think a person can kind of learn to slow down, I think the more beneficial that can be for their lives. And I play a lot of chess. I play a fair amount of chess. And the types of games that I play, I have 5 minutes and my opponent has 5 minutes. Meaning that, let's say the clock starts running, I make a move after 2 seconds. Now I have 4 minutes and 58 seconds to make the rest of my moves, and the clock immediately switches over to my opponent. So one of us is always on the clock, and our time is draining, even though we both start off with 5 minutes. And so if time expires, you automatically lose. So you may have a game that's won, all but one, but your time will expire and you will lose. It's a really thoughtful thing for me. And because, you're constantly weighing, well, I don't want to run out of time, but I don't want to lose, right? And so reading this quote kind of made me rethink that it's better to go slowly during these games and believe in the moves that I'm making, as opposed to rushing them and then just losing because I rushed moves, right? Then that'll just frustrate me. It frustrates me to no end if I have a one game and then I lose on time. But what frustrates me even more is if I make a careless move because I was moving too fast. And part of the reason that I like and enjoy and play so much chess is that I feel like it's a great teacher for life. There's a lot of parallels between chess and life. And one of those things that I remember talking with someone about was, just like chess, life is timed. We've only got so much time here. So then it becomes a little bit tricky, It's just like, well, how much time should I put into this piece of art that I'm creating versus the fact that I know that I don't have all the time in the world. And I think that it's very important to draw this distinction, but I think it's very important that you take as much time as you need to. Don't be lazy. Don't not complete the piece of art because you're scared. You've got to be really honest with yourself and make sure that it's not because you're scared that you're not doing it. But I think that you need to take as much time as you need to make that as good as you want it to be. Just like in my chess games, you know what? I need to take my time, and if I lose on time, so be it. But at least I played a good game. And so, I think we need to take our time with our arts. And I kind of thought of a kind of a romantic way to think about it is that life will give us all the time we need if it finds us working on what we need to work on. If life looks down at us and it finds us not using our time correctly, not using it wisely, not working, we may not have as much time as we want. But if we are honestly working towards our goals, life will give us the time that it needs to finish those goals, whatever they may be, whatever those goals may be. And if you only accomplish one goal, but it's a true goal, then I think that's more important than accomplishing many untrue goals, if that makes any sense. An old friend of mine was telling me that, I don't know if this is true, but it's an interesting thought, that Beethoven was upset that he would not be as prolific as Mozart. Mozart was incredibly prolific. And obviously there's a lot of quality there. Anyways, they were saying that Beethoven was a little bit upset that he would not be as prolific as Mozart. And yes, that may be the case, but if you look at, or if you listen to some of Beethoven's music, that stuff is true, right? If you listen to the Fifth Symphony, that is true. So even if he only did that one piece of work, then that completely, I don't know the word I'm trying to use here. I don't know what the word is. All I can think of is justify, but that's a defensive term, and that's not what I want to use. But the fact that if you can just come up with one true thing, then that's all that matters. You're good. You're in the club. So don't sacrifice your truth for the idea that moving quickly will get you to your truth. Your truth is along the path. And that's in the last sentence of Dylan's quote kind of makes me think about that. Trying to make you when you hurry, you're trying to make things happen instead of just letting them happen. That's the hardest lesson, is to just let something happen. Just let it be. It really requires us to be present and in the moment. Because if we're present and in the moment, we accept it. If we're not present, then we're probably either thinking about the future or the past. Right? And if you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about how can I control it? How can I affect it? How can I change it? And the only way you can affect and control and change the future is by being in the present. It's a weird little conundrum. So, haste makes waste. Take your time. Be present. And stay working, because life will give you all the time that you need as long as you stay working. Tune in next Saturday. As far as I know, I will be here. Is that Halloween? No, wait, is it? No, next Saturday is not Halloween. Anyways, tune in next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I will see you all then. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic week. Be nice to each other. Bye-bye.